seconds a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. It's Mixon on the counter. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Set, ready, 90, Wolf.
Now Joe Mixon, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Be tripping.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From midfield, here's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Right there, 54 Mike. I hope you brought your reps, and I'm about to take you to school.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
That's it, baby.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got an open man, it's Foster. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Flush to it, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, tuck the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
50, plant.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his man, Boyd.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Double tight, guys. Double tight. We got 4. We got 4. Snap.
Mixon with a first down carry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the 39. 10 logo.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Recon, 152 fighter. Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Locke, and the catch good. It's Eifert. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st down, Locke. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Check, 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 check. Get it on. West. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 31, check 31.
Jackson going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. They'll run on first down. Edwards trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Drop deep, drop deep. Check 15.
They run with Edwards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, Mixon, and an alley to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the screen. Get ready.
On first down, Mixon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Locke. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And the Bengals first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 19. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Locke to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did, so you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Bullock's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Set,
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. Now it's Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. They'll run on first down. Edwards. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Jackson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Geno Atkins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
At the Bengals' 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
I got it. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And all the way down to the 29. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Here's Locke. He completes it to Boyd.
Locke's pass. Complete to Tyler Boyd. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Ravens' 27.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He gets this one to Boyd. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
60 Pittsburgh. Here we go. Get off the field. Do. 61, Matchbox Mike. Again.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Any weapon? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
6-6, hey, Oregon. 2.
From the gun, it's locked. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here comes Grant on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check it back and check it. Keep going. Let's walk. Right.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 20. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
At the 16-yard line.
Ready.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Double dog. That's the way. Watch the eye.
X3. 218. Chop. Let's go.
From the 16, Locke. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And the Bengals on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the run, it's Mixon. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man and Switzer complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Jackson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
On the ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Locke. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Mike, 45. Hey, watch it. Safe.
On first down, it's Edwards. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Edwards. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing now is Jackson. Able to find Switzer. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Edwards. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Ravens, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.